guys are tired of hearing people rant about their pay, about not making enough money. I get it, but you got to hear what these folks are saying now.
So I could come to the bank and deposit it, but because I have negative money in my account, I'm only going to get like a little bit of it because like I can only access $100 for the first day. So I'm probably gonna have like $60 today. I haven't gone grocery shopping in probably a month. We have like no food to eat for dinner, except for like mac and cheese and ramen. I have $300 electric bill that's overdue. My phone bill's overdue. I just gave my husband my last paycheck from last week so we could pay the mortgage 2 weeks late. And in 10 days or 11 days, the mortgage for next month is due. So it's like this paycheck isn't even like, why do I even have it? Like they might as well take my paycheck and just send it to all. Just waited for the mailman to show up so I could get my paper check in the mail that I've been waiting for weeks. So I could come to the bank and deposit it. But because I have negative money in my account, I'm only going to get like a little bit of it because like I can only access $100 for the first day. So I'm probably going to have like $60 today. I haven't gone grocery shopping in probably a month. We have like no food to eat for dinner, except for like mac and cheese and ramen. I have $300 electric bill that's overdue. My phone bill's overdue. I just gave my husband my last paycheck from last week so we could pay the mortgage 2 weeks late. And in 10 days or 11 days, the mortgage for next month is due. So it's like this paycheck isn't even like, why do I even have it? Like they might as well take my paycheck and just send it to all my bills. Like, what's the point in me even getting my paycheck? It's like annoying. Like I'm not going to see it anyway. Not only that, but in like 3 weeks, I have to pay for summer camp because school's almost over. So it's like, that's another $700-800 that I have to come up with to pay for summer camp. And if I don't pay for summer camp, guess who can't work because their kid is going to be at home with them? Me. So obviously that's going to be like a major to do. Like I can't not pay summer camp. Not only do I have a personal loan and medical bills up the wazoo, like literally I have like a bill for like $3,000 from the hospital. I have like an $8,000 personal loan that was a consolidation loan from like a bunch of loans that I had. I haven't paid them in like 7 months. I owe them so much money. They call me like twice a day, dude. Like collections calls, and all I'm doing every day is doing my best. And I literally can't get ahead. Like I can't get ahead. I wake up and I fucking work. And these people are after me for money. And I'm like, dude, I'm literally trying my best. What do you want from me? I have side gigs here and there, like OF. Once in a while, I'll make like $60. But like, that's not really consistent. And like, I'm a painter. Like I have a ladder in the back of my car. I'm a painter, right? So like today, I literally didn't have enough tools to do my job. And I was like, I can't do this right now. Like I can't even fucking work, dude. Like I'm so stressed. I literally can't. I can't fucking do this anymore.
Am I the only one who feels like I will never stop living paycheck to paycheck? The economy we live in is trash. The jobs we work for are trash. They pay you the bare minimum, but want you to show up and give your 110%. How does that work? These houses, they want you to pay $1,000+ for rent, and they're 1980 houses. You gotta have a deposit, last month's rent, first month's rent. Like, why do I need to pay last month's rent? I don't understand that. Car insurance, car payments, they're rip-offs. Why am I paying $300 for car insurance? I don't understand. Health insurance, skyrocket. Food, skyrocket. Like, I just don't understand how I will ever be able to afford to wake up and go hop on a plane and enjoy my best life. I just don't understand. By the time my kids get to adulthood, they're gonna have to pay to open the door to walk out of their own house. I really, really, really rather be a cockroach crawling on the ground for free than have to live this life every day. Like, I can't be the only one who feels this way. Like, I need to know, y'all that get to wake up and take trips and go across country and do $100 shopping sprees at Target every single day. What are you doing? What's the secret to life? What is the secret recipe that you have that we don't have? Let us know.
Okay. So a couple things I'm noticing while I'm watching the video. I'm noticing she has really nice nails done, but she's complaining about how she has no money and how the economy is trash. So how can you afford to go get your nails done? You're talking, what is it, 30, 40 bucks a pop? So just something to think about there. The other thing I wanted to point out too is when you're listening to her talk, most of us aren't living that way. You know, being able to go on vacations and do that stuff. What a lot of people don't realize, especially a lot of young people, when you go to school, you are not taught how to create wealth. You are taught how to learn a skill and get a job. And getting a job and trading time for dollars is never going to put you in a position of wealth.
Okay, but tell me why I'm working overtime and I'm still freaking broke. And now, don't get me wrong, I make good money. I make over $25 an hour. But I do have 3 kids and a wife. And let me tell you, leading a family is financially stressful. I work all the overtime I'm allowed to get. Anytime I can get any overtime, I always work it. But no matter how much overtime I work, it doesn't seem like this paycheck to paycheck thing will ever end. And that's just something that I deal with and I kind of internalize and I don't talk about. But I can't be the only one that feels this way, right? I mean, surely there are other people out there who are tired of just getting by, man. Like when I was in high school just 10 years ago, like $10 or $12 an hour was really good money. And I remember thinking if I could just get out and make 15 bucks an hour, I'm set. I'll have a good savings. I'll be able to afford a house, a car. I'm 29 years old. And though some of it is, actually I would say a lot of it is because of some of the decisions I made in my teenage years and early adulthood. A lot of why I don't have a house is because of the economy and how shit is just expensive. Like I don't know. It's disgusting, to be honest. Like just to live and not have any money to do anything with. If you agree, let me know in the comments. But what are we doing about it? That's another thing. You know, instead of complaining about it, what are we doing about it? Let me know some side hustles. I've tried a whole lot of stuff, but mostly this TikTok right here. If you watched to this point, you're helping me get to that goal. So I appreciate it. Even if only 200 of you end up seeing it.
My coworker saw my bank account the other day and it said $25 and we don't get paid for another like 2 weeks. And he was like, how are you surviving? Like, how do you even live off $25? I'll tell you if you really want to know how I budget and save. I sleep. Literally, you have to have no obligations. Just sleep. Because if you're sleeping, you can't be spending money, period.
Let's talk living paycheck to paycheck, and I'm going to give you the advice that you may not want to hear, but that you need to hear. I see so many people coming on talking about how they're living paycheck to paycheck. They have no money in savings. Meanwhile, I can see that their nails are done, their hair is done, they have a fancy car. You are not living paycheck to paycheck. You are living above your means, okay? I would not be getting these things done. I get it. I love having my nails done, love having my hair done, but I would not be doing these things if I wasn't first able to put money in savings, okay? You are spending money on frivolous things instead of putting money to savings. I don't want to work until I'm 70, okay? I do enjoy treating myself. I do enjoy taking care of myself, but I also always prioritize putting money into savings first, okay? I don't understand this mentality. People are going out and getting brand new cars, having $800 a month payments on cars. They're buying houses much bigger than they need, having a $3,000 a month mortgage. You are not living paycheck to paycheck. You are living above your means. And that is the biggest issue that I see in so many people. They think they deserve it, that they think that they want it, but then they come on here and they say they have no money, they have no savings, they don't know what to do. You've gotten yourself in such a hole with your spending that now you feel that you're living paycheck to paycheck. No, cut out the nails, cut out the hair, take that money and put into savings until you are at a place that you are saving first. And then if you have extra money to spend on yourself, go for it, treat yourself. But you need to be saving first.
You know, she's right on what she said. I mean, I say that a lot. A lot of it is living beyond your means. You know, I mean, if you put things in priority and like she said at the end there, delayed gratification. A lot of people want what they want when they want it. I want my nail done. I want my hair done. So they will go into debt, even take out a payday loan to get it done. And it's crazy.
I done told y'all to stop idolizing these celebrities that be on TV because they live in paycheck to paycheck just like you, just like me. Let's talk about Little Meech, 50 Cent, Big Meech, and Rick Ross. So, 50 Cent produced a television show that is on Stars about Big Meech that is starring his son, Little Meech. I am totally obsessed with this show, by the way. However, Big Meech has been released from the penitentiary a little bit early from what I understand. And now he's out, got new cornrows. He got some creased shorts that he's been walking around in. I guess he can't get a job. I'm not really sure about that. But his son said that he needed some money to pay his bills. And so that is why he and Rick Ross have connected, because Rick Ross was giving him some bread to pay his bills until the next season of BMF comes out. So basically the moral of the story is Little Meech is living paycheck to paycheck, just like me and you, because he didn't have any extra money to let his daddy hold something. So if Little Meech on the TV that is literally from wealth, because his dad had plenty of money before he went to the jail, why y'all think y'all supposed to let y'all mamas and y'all daddies and y'all aunties and y'all cousins and y'all sisters and brothers hold something that you ain't got yourself? Stop idolizing people. I'm telling y'all, we are all out here living the same exact life, paycheck to paycheck.
You know what's crazy? There is a lot of truth in what a lot of these people are saying. Our system is broken. And like I said a little bit ago, we are not taught how to create wealth, how to start businesses, how to run businesses. We are basically trained to be employees. And when you really think about it, you're never going to get rich that way. You're never going to be in that position. And believe it or not, things have gotten significantly more expensive, significantly worse, and it is tougher, and it takes a couple of incomes. But I can't even tell you how long it's been since I haven't had two incomes coming into the house. You pretty much almost have to have two incomes to be able to sustain a decent lifestyle.
Not enough. I just got a comment under the video that I made earlier saying, no, you missed with this one. I'm not about to sympathize with people who are crying in mansions. Most of us don't have mansions. Just because we are creators does not mean that we are making more than you.
Y'all, she not telling no lie. All content creators is not making bank. You got some that's making bank and you got some that's making a couple of little coins. Definitely not enough to live on. Like, you damn near need a job on top of doing content creation.
A lot of times we're all making the same amount of money. And I know that some people think, well, you just get paid to post videos like you're making easy money. It is not that easy. We did not start off making money. A lot of us went years either not getting paid or not getting paid a lot. And then maybe we did well enough to be able to do good. But I'm telling y'all, it is not what you might think it is. We started off for free. Not getting paid for nothing, taking the energy, taking the time to post. We didn't get paid. Then we started getting a little bit, and then we got to a point to where we're good. And that's if you made it. Mind you, we still deal with different disparities in this field. There are still racial and gender disparities when it comes to content creation and getting paid. Within maybe the last year or year and a half is when I got to a point to where I could say, okay, I'm making consistent good money. Some months I did okay, some months I didn't do that well. And it's still this way now. It's not consistent. It's really not that reliable all the times. And it is not easy. And I want y'all to stop thinking it is. Like, it's different for all of us. Some people, they are good. For other creators, it's not. It is a spectrum. Don't let virality and follower amount make you think that somebody has more money than they actually do. True. Somebody can have millions of followers and not be making that much. Millions of followers does not mean millions of dollars. I say all of this to say we are pretty much all on the same level. There are some outliers of people being super duper rich, but for the most part, we are not. We might do well, we might have a good month, but that don't mean that we set for life and we buying mansions and Lamborghinis. That's not what that means. I just wanted to say that because I was noticing that some of the responses under that comment section made it seem like this is easier, but it takes a lot of work. This don't just happen overnight. Some people was trying to be smart, saying that being a creator is not more difficult than being a doctor or a lawyer, but every job has its own complications. I'm not going to compare being a creator to anything, but just know that it is not easy. It's difficult, and not everybody can do it. Not everybody wants to do it, and I understand why. So please, let's stop competing. Let's stop pitting two bad bitches against each other. We all struggling.
She is so on the money. I have been doing this social media thing for probably 3 years now, the end of 2021. And the main reason I started it was because I was just looking for some passive income. I am already retired and I can survive without having to go to work, but I like having extra income. I like buying things. I like going places. And it's like I don't want to dip into my living money, so I've tried to find ways to generate additional money. And I have a YouTube channel that I've built to about close to 40,000 subscribers. And like she said, if you're not getting the views and you're not getting the watch time hours, at least with YouTube, you're not making a lot of money. I am monetized and I do make a little bit, but like she said, you work hard to earn that little bit of money. I pray every day that I have a video that just takes off or something. You know, I would love to get to the point where I'm making a few $1,000s a month. I am nowhere near that. And again, not complaining. I'm thankful for the little bit that I do have, but it doesn't matter if it's YouTube, TikTok, Instagram. It takes work. I mean, you could literally be consumed. It's like a full-time job, not only creating content, but sometimes editing your videos, thumbnails, ideas, scripts, titles, descriptions, hashtags, shoppable links, trying to find certain affiliate links to add to your videos. There is a lot that goes into one video, literally. I mean, you're talking a couple of hours just to get one video that's more than 10 minutes long. And your longer videos are the ones that actually generate more income, at least with YouTube.
Happy Monday. Okay, if you are considered middle class, I need your help and your thoughts on this. Because I feel like I make way too much money to feel like I am struggling, I guess. What do y'all have in your savings, you know, in your 30s? Like, I feel like some days I am so far behind from like where I should be. Like, I make way too much money to feel this way.
I always say this. We need to be gentle with ourselves. We can only do what we can do. Nothing more, nothing less. Girlie, you doing the best that you can. So do not beat yourself up over not having X amount of dollars in your savings account or not even having savings at all. Things happen.
Like, yeah, I know I probably spend money on some things that I shouldn't or I don't need, but damn, I work 2 jobs and I shouldn't have to feel bad if, you know, I have an Amazon package coming or whatever it might be. But is it just the economy? Am I doing something wrong? I just feel like I'm constantly living paycheck to paycheck and it's like stressing me out. Are you all struggling like as bad as what I feel like I am? Like, it's just, gosh, it's so heartbreaking because like breaking groceries, like I feel bad that I can't tell my kids they can't have 80 snacks a day, you know, like I'm so frustrated. So yeah, please chime in. Please help me understand. Are you guys saving money? Do you have a great savings account? Do you help me understand like what I'm doing wrong, or if it's just literally this shitty world we live in today.
Is for me the day before payday, and I am dragging out my last few fucking dollars. I am so over this feeling of dragging out or holding off until payday because I'm living paycheck to paycheck because I'm working all the time, paying childcare, and still not having enough fucking money to do anything that I want to do, or even just comfortably pay the bills. I know I am not alone in feeling this. The cost of living is extortionate at the moment. Like, I did a simple shop yesterday and it was like 2 bags worth and it was nearly $100. I mean, who working a general, normal, everyday 9 to 5 while...
Atera is the IT painkiller. Remote monitoring and management, remote access, help desk and ticketing.
Having a family who can afford to keep paying what we're paying to live. It's just insane. Sometimes I feel like I live in fear of the bills that are coming up, which is a mindset I'm really trying to change. But we do have 2 cars that transport us to and from our ways of making money. We do have 2 cars. They do need fueling, they do need servicing, they do need repairs, you know. We have 2 dogs. Both of these dogs are nearing like 9 years old. The vet bills are going to start to roll in. This is going to happen. We're facing school holidays. We're going to have to pay to do stuff, you know. It's like, yes, I'm very good at finding cheap alternatives or free alternatives, but sometimes you just can't, and sometimes you want to go out and you want to do something nice and you want to treat your children, and you just, this is me such a massive drive as to why I'm here and why I'm determined to show up and keep working through this course and keep spreading how good it is and learn from it and how to make money in other ways online. But 2 sources of income, it's not enough to even live comfortably unless you're on the mega big bucks, which, you know, we're not on the mega big bucks. I'm so determined to turn this around. I truly believe that I was meant for more than this. This feeling of like dread when a bill comes in, and this feeling of like, oh well, you know, we have to check the bank account before we pay for our groceries, and just this horrible feeling of feeling actually kind of inadequate because you don't have the money left over each paycheck. And we're not irresponsible with money, and that's the part that I find so hard, is that we're not. As soon as we get paid, we put our money where it needs to be, and then we live off barely anything for the rest of the week. It's exhausting. Okay. I took a second because that passion was taking over, but that's so real. That's how I feel, you know, the day before payday, that's how I feel. And I know I'm not alone in feeling like that. I'm just going to use this as my drive. I'm going to hold on to that feeling of complete frustration, and I'm going to use it to move forward. So yeah, I guess watch this space, because I'm so determined. I'm so fed up of this feeling of living paycheck to fucking paycheck.
I was on TikTok, my For You page, a woman popped up and she was like, me and my husband make $150,000 a year. A lot, right? Well, to me, that's a lot. And she's like, we live paycheck to paycheck. And I'm like, wait, in my head, I'm like, we live paycheck to paycheck. You make $150,000. How are you living paycheck to paycheck? And she was just saying, like, even if you make more, you still live paycheck to paycheck. And now I'm in my brain like, so we're trying to grind to make all this money, but we're still gonna live paycheck to paycheck? Like, that's what she's making me think. And I don't want to believe that's true, but is that technically true? She's like, I have a house, I have 2 cars, I do this and this with my kids, but we still live paycheck to paycheck.
What I think she meant by that is, when you tend to make more money, you tend to spend more money. So that's why they're still stuck in that cycle. Because at one point, they probably was making less, living paycheck to paycheck, and started making more. And then all of a sudden, you know, you want better things. You want a more fancier apartment, or you want a more fancier car, a purse, or anything of that sort.
And I'm like, is there even a point of trying to grind? Like, is there a point where you're just like catching the money, but you still live paycheck to paycheck? Like, it's like a circle. It would be never ending. And I'm just like, for people that actually make $150,000, do you live paycheck to paycheck? Is that true? Because I don't want to believe it's true.
You know, just to finish up this video, a lot of people kind of live in sequence to the money that they're making. You know, I don't know why people do that. You know, it's like you could go your whole life living, let's say, on $40,000 a year, get a raise to 100 grand. Very few people will continue to live like they're making $40,000 a year and be able to sock away $50,000 to $60,000 a year in savings. People just aren't going to do that. I don't know what it is, but people tend to spend when they know they have the money. And this is not everybody, but the majority of people that are like this young lady said, making $150,000 a year, or even more than that. I can count the stories I've heard from people making even more than that, still thousands of dollars in debt, robbing Peter to pay Paul to make ends meet. And it's just crazy. You know, it's heartbreaking when you listen to a lot of these people vent about the struggles that they're having financially. There is nothing more stressful or burdensome than financial stress, financial worries, financial burdens, you know, and it's heartbreaking. And that's one of the reasons I want the different streams of income, because I understand that trading time for dollars is never going to get you rich. So if you can find a way to generate passive income where you can basically set it and forget it, that's one of the reasons I do the social media thing. For one, I enjoy it. I really enjoy making content. Now it's work, but it's not like work for me. You know what I mean? Because I enjoy what I'm doing. You know that old saying, if you enjoy what you do for work, you'll never work a day in your life because you're doing it for enjoyment. And there's days where I feel overwhelmed, like I just have so many things going on. I mean, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Amazon influencer, and I'm not just talking one TikTok account. I mean, I'm talking four. So, I mean, yes, I have my hands dug in. But the point I'm trying to make is I am willing to do what I need to do to generate that kind of income for my family. So the question is, are you willing to do that? Or are you just going to sit back and complain about how you can't make ends meet and how things are so tough? And I know it's different for everybody, but God can always make a way. I know that just from living as long as I have. So anyway, if you haven't already done so, make sure you give this video a like. Also, make sure you subscribe to my channel. I love you guys, and I will check you on the next one. Later.